Chapter 2. Hello, reviews get you imaginary prizes. First place, imaginary cake. Second place, imaginary ice cream. Third place, imaginary cookie. The first three get these fantastic prizes. Fantastic discoveries. God damn it! I yelled because I tripped on a root. I got back up. My ribs strained a bit by the action. I haven't been walking long, nor far, since leaving Fluttershy's cabin. Oh god, I just realized something. If I tell the town freaking magic target points on my Manticore, they'll freak out. What do I tell them? I thought. Hey, it's you again. Stop! I heard the voice of the green point from before. No point in running in now, Bradford. You told yourself you wouldn't hide anymore. I thought to myself. Hello, I said, turning to face him. Oh, I thought that would be too, but only the green one was here. For the first time, I got a good look at the pony. There were no redeeming features about the mare, except for one thing. She had a freaking horn. Jesus, I gotta deal with freaking yogurt and Pegasi? What the hell is up with this world? Why did you run? She asked. I decided to play an amnesia game. I figured it could be fun. I don't know where or who I am. Amnesia? Poor thing. Let's get you on the road to recovery. I'm Lyra, Timmy introduced herself. Brad. And what do you mean, road to recovery? I mean, I'm gonna help you get your memory back. The telebrain probably has a book on it. Is every living thing in this world nice? God, I envy this place. I thought. You were gonna take a creature they've more than likely never seen before into a town. Good point. I said, I'll go get the librarian. The mare ran off. I sat for about the next hour, waiting for Lyra to return. She did soon, but now come by lavender unicorn with a black mane, purple stripe running through the hair in her head. Finally, I said. So this is the librarian? Yep. Twilight. Brad. Fred. Twilight, Lyra said. Charmed, I said a bit sarcastically, but the lavender mare's smiling face told me she didn't pick up on it. So you lost your memory, and I don't know what you are. This surprises me, because I've read so many books on animals that I thought I knew every one of them. I guess I was wrong, Twilight said. Did you just call me an animal? I asked. Well, you aren't a pony, so I cut off wrong. Animals can't talk. I can. Animals know. Me, yes. Fine then. Just let me do the memory charm on you. What? I asked, but I don't think I could have stopped her. Her horn began to glow. She looked like she was casting charms she loved to talk about. And as much as I loved fantasy stuff, the idea of magic was still unreal to me. The glow on her horn faded. You haven't lost your memory, she told me. What? Of course I have, I said. No, you haven't. That charm wouldn't have faded if you had. You're lying, she accused. Fuck magic! What do I do now? And I took a drastic measure. I put on my bow and an arrow. What are you doing? Twilight asked me. Sorry, I tried to put back on that bowstring, but pain exploded in my side. I fell to the ground. Everything went black. I opened my eyes and freaked out a bit. I was in a bed in a house. Oh God, one of them took me to their house. I looked around. I was pleased to find my bone quiver leaning against the wall. I got out of the bed I was lying on. I slung my bow back over my shoulder, and the quiver on my back. I looked around some more. Only to come to the most logical conclusion. The house was filled with books. Maybe you assumed this was a library, or a crazed book hoarder, and it was Twilight's house. She had said she was a librarian. Good, you're awake, a voice from behind me said. It appeared to be the voice of a child, and the first male voice I had heard yet. It was there I was caught up by the sight of that lay before me. Right in front of me was a living, breathing dragon. In case you didn't know, this is pretty much every fantasy nerd's dream. It had purple scales and green spines. It was sitting in sapphire. Twilight doing to give you some food when you woke up. What does your species eat? The dragon asked. It seemed unlikely, but I decided to give it a try. Sausage? Never heard of it. I'll just get you a salad. Never heard of sausage? This dragon needs lessons. I was disappointed in the lack of meat, but I accepted the salad. Looks like I'm going to vegetarian while I'm here. I decided to browse a versatile collection of reading material in the library. I found one that interested me, called Magical Ailments and Disorders. I plucked it off the shelves and flipped to a chapter titled Conduits. Conduism is a magical disorder that is in no way a danger to the user. can be a danger to those around them. This disease is extremely rare and is only found in one out of every 1,000 ponies or so. The effect of the disorder is being able to absorb magic from the terrain around them and use it for spells. Unicorns can be inflicted with this disease, but it will only slightly bolster their magical ability. Being the land that it is, Equestria is very, very beneficial to conduits, as almost everything, living or not, has magic within it. Interesting, I thought, and put the book back. Here you go, said the dragon, as it unceremoniously popped a ball of leaves on the table. He sat down the other end of the table and continued eating his gemstone. I kneeled at the end of the table with a bow. No utensils were present. Back to the Stone Age, I thought. Decided would be the best course of action just to basically inhale the bowl's contents. I stuck my face in the bowl and began eating. I expected the dragon to look at me funny, but he just ate his gem like this was normal. I finished quickly and stood up. I'll be going then. Tell Twilight thanks, I said as I turned around and began to walk towards the door. Not so fast, I heard Twilight upstairs and stopped. You can't leave. I haven't figured out what you are yet, the man whined. That's a damn shame. I'll just be on my way then. I tried to avoid the questions she was asking using the door. Wrong answer, Twilight said. I was enveloped in the purple field of energy and lifted into the air. What the hell is going on? Let me the hell out of here! I struggled against the field of what I assumed to be magic. Suddenly, every bit of the field was sucked in my skin, and I fell to the floor. What did you do? She asked. Your guess is as good as mine. You know what? Just forget it. The parchment and quill were enveloped in magic as well, and they levitated in front of her. Now, first question. What are you? I guess it won't be too bad, I thought. That's, what's called a human. Human? That's new. She took a note on her parchment. Next question. Where did you come from? I know I can't answer that one, I told her. Darn. She took another note. I'm gonna literally magic the truth out of you with this one. Do you have any intent to harm the ponies here? Her honk glowed more fiercely than it already was. She's gonna force me to be truthful on this one? I guess not an issue, but still. I was somewhat disappointed by her lack of trust. Then again, I tried to kill her, so it makes sense now that I think about it. I won't hurt anything here unless it hurts me or my friends. You aren't lying, but you aren't entirely truthful either. You've done this before, haven't you? Yep. You'd be surprised how easy it is to avoid lie detectors, I told her. I've always been a skilled silver-tongue, and I'm an excellent liar. Not really as good to boast about what I know, but it can be useful. Dang. Just try to kill someone in town square, right? Spoil sport, I muttered as a joke. What was that? Nothing. I looked out the window and watched the ponies go by. The library was right in the middle of the freaking town. Fantastic. You alright? Twilight asked. Yeah, I just got a lot on my mind. Questions like, how did you get me here without every pony seeing me? I was glad that I remembered to use the substitute. I teleported you, she said nonchalantly. You did? How? Naturally, I was amazed. Humans have been trying to figure that out for centuries. Hello, unicorn? She shouted a few sparks out of her horn for emphasis. Makes as much sense as anything else around here, I said. You've never seen anything like this before, have you? Twilight asked. Nope. No ponies clear on the opposite side of the world, I said. Saved it. Now we lead her on. Other side of the world? How did you make it this far? Tornado. It swept me up and carried me here. Wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened, Twilight exclaimed. Then her face lit up like a bulb. I know. I can get that far by teleport, but I can get you to Princess Castle. What would that do me? Your monarchy isn't gonna do much, I said blatantly. They have a freaking monarchy too. This society is ages better than mine. Just give me an hour to prepare the spell, and we'll be off. Fine. Just one more question. Alright, ask away. How did you get Drago to be your slave? I asked. First of all, he's not my slave. I hatched him from an egg when I was a filly. He just came along for the ride, I guess. Second, his name's Spike. Cool. Wish I knew any dragons. Technically, now you do. I guess so, I said. Made as much sense as any. I'll just leave you to your spell then. I walked toward the window and stared outside. I felt like I knew all of this, but I couldn't place why. I've never seen anything like these Pegasus unicorns. I've never had a dream like this, so I was deep in thought. I may have forgotten to mention this, but I have a little piece of paper stuffed on my shoe at all times. The paper is one of the most important things I own, and it has the same value to me as my necklace. I took off my shoe and the piece of paper from below the heel. I like looking at it when I'm bored. I unfolded it. Oh my god. On the piece of paper was something Sarah drew me, and she did an effort to transform me into a brony. On the piece of paper was a little note, and a drawing. It read, I know you said I'll never get you to convert, but here's a point to convince you otherwise. It was a drawing that probably could have melted my brain if I was stupider. The drawing was a Twilight Sparkle. Dear sweet Jesus, now I know what the hell I am. Sarah showed me that video. What was it? I don't care about that. I've been transferred to the world by a little pony. Fuck! I yelled. I've been thrown into the very cartoon I wished to avoid, and everyone I knew went somewhere else. But this couldn't be a cartoon. All the pain I felt is too real, I thought. Got it. The multiverse theory. For every given possibility, there's a dimension for the possibility. This universe is real because humans in this universe went extinct long ago, and horses evolved into what they are now. I think. I finished the spell. Sorry, yelled from the other room. Alright, let's see it. I was sweating from my recent realization. What's got you so excited? To ask me? Nothing. Let's light this candle, I yelled. Right then, let's go. Twilight's horn began to glow, and a purple veil surrounded both me and her. Here we go, I yelled, and we were teleported to the royal room. We materialized right into the throne room. Me less gracefully than Twilight, who had right on the ground. I, however, appeared up about 6 feet above the ground in a horizontal position. I hit the ground hard enough to knock the wind out of me, and I lay there wheezing for a few seconds. I stood up, still wheezing. Are you new to this? I asked Twilight. She was bowing. That means I looked over in the direction which was bowing, and beheld the royalty. Unlike any other pony I've seen around here, this one was taller than I was.
What's that?
Not only that, but she had both a horn and wings. What was that again? Alicorn. That's it. Better bow too. I bowed to the assumed royalty and righted myself again. Then her voice sounded, and it was surprisingly gentle for her size. Hello, Twilight Sparkle. Who have you brought with you? The monarch asked. This is Brad, Twilight said. I found him in the forest. Pleased to meet you, Your Highness, I said. Thought I might as well leave a good impression. Manners, that's good. Not too many things in the Everfree can talk. Again with the animal comments? First Fluttershy, then Twilight, now that monarch! I was frustrated. You met Fluttershy? Twilight next. Yeah, she splintered my ribs. And she didn't freak out? Nope. How did you do that? Twilight next. I kinda told her I was a manticore. That explains it. She can't resist an animal who needs help. Twilight explained. Would she have freaked out if I told her I was a human? I asked. Probably, but I doubt she would have known what you are. We turned back to the princess, and her eyes were wide. You're a human? She asked. What's it to ya? I asked. Nothing. Twilight, come with me. Twilight nodded, and followed Her Majesty into a door near the throne. After they went through, I followed, but the door slammed shut, blocking me out. Darn. She's either in trouble, or the situation's opponent. I'll just listen. I put my ear up to the door, and strangely, none of the guards stopped me from eavesdropping. Twilight, do you know what a human is? The princess asked. No. Should I? I heard Twilight's voice. No, you shouldn't. I had all records of their existence erased. What? There are records on humans? Twilight asked.
I can see you.
Yes. You see, this world used to have humans. Everywhere, in fact. They used to live in harmony with the ponies. Where did they all go? Twilight asked. I did something I'm not proud of. I created another dimension, the monarch said. I was stunned. Anything with enough power to create another dimension is dangerous. Then again, she's the boss around here. I erased humanity's memory in masses and sent them to that dimension. I did this because, out of nowhere, the humans amassed and mass-murdered a whole town of ponies. So Brad is... Yes, he's the descendant of these horrible people. Did you question him? Yes, I questioned him. I even used a lie detector spell. He isn't going to hurt any pony. Good. I was afraid his roots would get the better of him. By the way, why did you let him keep his weapons? The monarch asked. He wouldn't let me take them. Pointed an arrow at me, Twilight said. Why did she have to say that? I wondered. But that really wasn't the first thing on my mind. This land was my ancestral home, not my world. But let's just... The monarch cut herself off. Do you feel that? She asked Twilight. What is that? Twilight asked. I don't have the faintest idea, but it's coming from the other side of the door. I backed up just as the blue glow fell off the door, and it swung open. Both the princess and Twilight stunned looked in their faces. Celestia. It's Brad, Twilight said quietly to the princess. Wait a minute. I think she thought I couldn't hear her. I know. That's almost more power than I have, the monarch said gravely. What are you guys talking about? I asked, faking ignorance. Nothing. Twilight, you may leave. The lantern mirror teleported away. She left me here! I shouted. I know. You are staying. What? Why? I was dumbfounded. You are, how you say, an odd specimen. You need to stay for testing, the monarch instructed. Why? So you can figure out how I'm connected to my people? That sounded the princess. That's right, I heard you two. I know everything. And I suppose you don't need to be careful in this information either. You have... I cut her off. I know. Almost as much power as you do. You need to work on your whispering. But, do you know how you got this power? She asked. No, but maybe all humans are like this, I assumed. There's only one way to find out. The way she said it creeped me out. Pretty much out of nowhere, she launched a magic bolt at me. I was too stunned to move. It wasn't a problem. The bolt hit me alright, but it didn't matter. It was absorbed straight to my skin. What just happened? I stammered out. It's just as I thought. If you were a normal human, that would have killed you. But you aren't dead. That means... I cut off again. You could have killed me! I yelled. Yes, but I didn't. Don't you feel stronger? She asked. I did feel re-energized. Yes, I do. Then my suspicions are confirmed. You, brother human, are a conduit. I read about this in Twilight's library. So I can absorb magic? Yes. And thanks to that, you are currently the third most powerful being in Equestria. Me and my sister are the only things that have more power than you do. You're staying because if I don't teach you how to use your powers, you could accidentally turn a city into a crater. Do you understand? This is a bit much to take in. You're gonna train me? I asked. Indeed I am. You, Brad, shall be my new apprentice. Alright, when do we start? The princess looked a bit confused. You don't have any complaints? She asked. Why would I complain? I'm being trained by the princess, and I'm powerful. And did you know there are legends about Pegasus and unicorns in my dimension? Then I didn't like them well enough. But there's one more question. Do you prefer night or day? I didn't have to think about this answer. If there's two things I love, they're darkness and silence. Easy. Night. My sister will be happy about that. You see, this world doesn't work like yours does. Me and my sister have to raise the sun and moon each day. They don't do that on their own? I figured it was as natural as any other place. Yours shouldn't either, but I placed a powerful enchantment on your dimension to keep you constant motion. Your galaxy shouldn't even spin. So you, a single person, pony, created everything I know? Bit much, isn't it? By the way, my name's Celestia, and my sister's name is Luna. I've gathered that your name is Bradford, actually. Brad or Bradford, which do you like more? Just pick one. Any tips before I meet your sister? Only one. She still speaks in the old way. You might recognize it. Off we go! We teleported away. We were transported to the terrace of the castle, where dark blue alicorn sat. Hello, Luna. How are you? Celestia asked. Quite good, sister. I had plotted out a new constellation. Luna turned around, but she didn't appear to be faced by a prince. Where did you find a human? I have no idea how he got here. Twilight brought him here from the Everfree. I think it's some magical phenomenon that got him here. Also, he's a conduit. A human and a conduit? This is most glorious. But why is he here? Alright, this is where years of fantasy games come in handy, I thought. Your Highness, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Bradford, and I am forever in thine stead for allowing me to be taken as an apprentice by your dear sister. I really hemmed it up. Both princes looked stunned at my vocabulary for a few seconds, but Luna was the first to recover. I like this one, she said. Pleased that you do, Your Highness. Did I mention I prefer darkness to light? Jeez, I get back on this? It was pretty embarrassing. Do you? Slasia, may I have the honor of training him in addition? I have been lacking company for quite some time. I don't see why not. And when did you start speaking old equestrian? Slasia asked. I recently discovered it makes me more likable to the public. Well, good for you. Brad, you can drop the act, Slasia ordered. Oh god, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd have to speak like that whenever she was around, which I guess would be quite a bit, considering I've been trained by both of you. Indeed you will. Luna, I have decrees to work on. Can you take it from here? Slasia asked. Certainly, sister. Be on your way. Farewell, Slasia said. She departed via teleport. You really prefer my knight? Luna asked me. You could use the truth spell and the answer would still be yes. I live for darkness. I paused, realizing how creepy that sounded. Sorry, that was weird. I just like the dark. I don't mind. I'll take any compliment, she said. She trotted over to a stack of papers and levitated a few out of the way. She picked one up with her magic and set it in my hands. Before she could release it, the magical veil was sucked into my hands. You really are a conduit. Just don't touch any unicorn's army and my sister before you can control your absorption. It could physically kill us from magical exhaustion. Understood. Understood. I looked down at the paper in my hands. I scanned it in a few seconds. I'm a fast reader. To find out that it was a spell for levitation. You want me to learn this? You got the point. Memorize the technique and get back to me. She turned back to her desk. Keep in mind this could take several hours, so don't get frustrated. I looked at the paper. It said to focus on the air on the object and envelope it in a field of magic. Let's give it a try. If there's one thing I knew, it was the concepts of magic. And how different could D&D be from Equestria? I searched the place in my mind where magic is held. It took almost no time at all to find it. In the expanse of my mind was a massive pool of energy, glowing a sleek black. Despite its color, it was very radiant. Here we go. I looked at the quill on Luna's desk. Boy, was she in for a surprise. I concentrated on the air around it. A black aura surrounded the quill easily, almost too much so. I lifted my hand up slightly, aiming to move it in front of her face. It got sort of close to what I was attempting. The quill lifted into the air. Yes, but the intended flight panel was removed from existence. It flew towards Luna's face with the force of a freaking elephant, and knocked her off her feet. She lay on the ground, stunned and dazed. What did you do? She asked. She was still a bit disoriented. Bit of magic. Sorry if I almost broke your neck with a feather. That wasn't a bit of magic. The amount of power it takes to move a quill that fast is immense, and you did it without thinking. The prince was like a twilight fan at breaking dawn. She was that excited. It didn't really feel like I did anything, I said. Am I really that powerful? I asked myself. That's why it's amazing. You have more potential than I or my sister did. You could become more powerful than the both of us. I would think that would make you mad. Oh, quite the contrary, dear apprentice. It's always nice when your pupil gets better than you are. Then let's get started. I need to learn more spells. I was excited too. Do you have one for wings? I asked. I do have one of my own creation, but it's unstable. The wings disintegrate in seconds, the prince said dreamily. But maybe we can figure out how the mathematics. Here it is. She levitated paper over to me. It was a spell designed to give the user wings proportional to his size. In my case, that was pretty big. I need to give me some of these. I investigated the math the princess did. I want to find a simple error. I started laughing. What's so funny? She asked. Your math. You didn't carry out one. Watch this. I ran to the window. Prepare to catch me. What are you talking about? Her eyes widened and she realized what I was about to do. Are you insane? She yelled. I have to be with how I live my life. Don't forget to catch me. Then I did the craziest possible thing. I jumped. Wind rushed by my ears as I fell. I wasn't worried. I had all the techniques memorized. All there was to it was to mentally shape magic into wings and place them on your back. Let's hope I got this right, I yelled into the wind. I once again searched for and found the magic that I contained. I formed the shape of wings. I had no definite size, but my mind seemed to know what to do. I looked back up at Luna, who was flapping wildly to get to me. Then it happened. The wings came into being. They were almost 10 feet long, and they were the same color as my magical pool, which was black. Just seeing them got me cocky. I turned back towards the ground, and I tried to tuck them to my sides. They approached surprisingly well as if they were part of my body. Thing is, when I got on my phone to check how they connect to my back, and yes, I did this on the way down, they weren't magically bonded. They were physically connected to my shoulder blades, and I couldn't move them with ease. This was when I got nuts. I tucked them in and went for a dive. Woo-hoo! I was yelling like this was a roller coaster. I looked back again, and there was Luna, still flapping wildly. What I did next must have surprised her. I folded my wings and dived about 10 feet out of the ground. God, it was like I'd been doing this my whole life. I almost took out a royal guard, not physically, but mentally, as I flew about 5 feet away from him, and the tips of my wings brushed his nose. I think he passed out. I pinned my wings downward, and I flew up quickly. After a few more minutes of flying, I landed on the roof of Luna's terrace. She landed soon after. How did you... She cut herself off. She was obviously stunned. I told you, you've got to carry a 1 in the measurement schematics. It's just like I got it right. I could have died. Then why did you do it? She yelled that question. I told you, you had to do what I do. Besides, you could have caught me. No, I couldn't. You were falling faster than I was. You're overreacting. I'm not dead, nor will I be anytime soon. Fine, just don't do it again. You might fail next time. I can't make that promise, but I'll try, I said, standing up. Here, I'll even get rid of them, for now. I concentrated to form my night black wings, and threw it in every direction. The wings sort of exploded in a mass of feathers. Sorry, I apologized for the storm of feathers. It's alright. But for now, I must lower the moon and wait for the sun. Watch carefully, Bradford. She closed her eyes, and her horn started to glow a dark blue. All of a sudden, the moon started to sink, until it was below the horizon. Her horn stopped glowing, and she looked visibly tired. There. Now I must retire. I sleep through the day. I will magically reinvigorate you magically and teleport you to Celestia. Here we go. Her horn started to glow, and I felt refreshed. Then I was teleported away. Sorry you haven't seen anything from me of late. I went to Disney World, Florida. It was fun, but now I'm developing strong hatred with straight lines and iron bars. Ever waited 1.5 hours for a hot dog? Well, no, I can say I have. Seriously though, that place rides are awesome. Also, I got separated from my group at Epcot for 4 hours. I amused myself by getting into soda drinking contest at a Coke show with some random guy. I won, and he gave me $5. I wrote on my phone a bit, but my favorite part was meeting 2 different sets of cosplay players. One was Bleach. He gave me a sword, and we pretended to duel. The next was a bunch of chicks who were acting like and looking like the main 6. The Rainbow Dash one hit me with a plastic rainbow. Without saying, I ran up to a passerby and yelled this, You! What time is it? I waited for them to answer. No, the year! Then they told me, and I ran away screaming, It worked! It worked! Also, every chapter I write will probably be this big. And the note is not real, it's just a story thing.